God, he's rolling his sleeves up. I'm not ready for this.
Ha! So you thought you'd be rid of me, eh?
You peeked on my microphone.
Fools! For too long, the show has been AF. But no more! It's time to put the Luke Delicious back in LAF, baby.
Here we are. We're back here today, everybody.
Welcome back to LAF, which as you know stands for laughter.
Yeah.
I hardly know her.
Lucas, Adam, and friends here. We have our guest today, Steve from Film Fan Reviews.
Woo! And I'm back from North Carolina. And it's fitting
Did I get it
that...
wrong?
No.
I was supposed to say, you looked at me like I was wrong. I was like, it's
No,
Film
I was
Fan
excited.
Reviews. Yeah, we are big hype today. Lucas, what are we talking about?
It's fitting that I put 4 episodes worth of jokes into the intro, because today we're talking about the returning champion of overused Halloween costumes since 2008,
Yeah.
Joker.
Now, we're going to start off spoiler-free, I imagine. I say we just do spoilers.
I mean, what have you guys been doing? Like,
We just kind of get straight into it.
It's at this weird point where, you know, I'm not in the majority of the episodes.
So for It Chapter 2, we started it with no spoilers, just regular thoughts, and then we went into spoilers. But that video,
All right,
that
so
podcast
go ahead,
is like
Steve,
40 minutes long at least.
Your actual thoughts, just spoiler-free. Go ahead. Tell me about the Joker.
I thoroughly enjoyed the Joker, very much so.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was just a fun character study thing of just seeing this creepy, weird guy descend into madness, and it was just a fun story to see this character that we know in a little bit different ways. And yeah.
Did he descend into madness? Because the Joker is what's known as hyper sane. I don't know if you know that. That's the stupidest thing from the comics.
No, okay, I think I know what you mean. It's almost like in The Dark Knight. Like, because one of the best moments in The Dark... I'm going to bring up The Dark Knight a million times.
Oh, of course you are.
Don't.
I mean, that's only not.
Don't do that.
But, like, here's the thing. So, remember the scene where he's, like, with the mob bosses, and they're like, oh, you're crazy,
Wait,
dog?
Are we going to the spoilers now?
No, this is The Dark Knight. In The Dark Knight, where he's like, the mob's like, oh, you're crazy, bro. And he's like, I'm not. And, like, he, like really emphasizes with it, he's not crazy. I love that scene, because, like, what if he's not? Like, that's part of the scariness of the Joker to me, is that, like, what if he is hyper sane, like, he's just more sane than us, and he could see the chaos, and, like, he understands it in a way that none of us do.
I mean, I feel like you're giving the Joker more credit
That's true.
than he's due.
Oh, I haven't read any of the comics. Steve, have you read anything?
Some, but not a whole bunch.
All right, so Lucas, you're a resident comic person.
Woo!
So go ahead. So was I right? Was I right?
What, that he's like... What are you, hyper sane? What are you
Hyper sane, yeah.
Well, here's the thing about comics. Is that it really depends on the writer. And the Joker is such a weird character, right? We literally have 3 of them in the canonical DC universe right now. Which kind of is... Adam just got a text. That was his text tone.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, it's just like each of the 3 Jokers is based off of, you know, the more popular iterations. Like, there's early Joker, who's like the criminal mastermind. There's the prankster Joker, who's the Silver Age through and through, who doesn't really commit crimes as much as he does very large pranks. And then there's the psychopath Joker, which is, I'm sure, the one everyone knows and loves. But the thing about the Joker is there's no definitive origin, right? That's never brought up in the comics. We have things like the Killing Joke, which is like, maybe, but it's never been hard. This is what his origin is.
See, that's the thing that bothered me about this movie from its conception is I was like, wait, isn't the cool part that we don't know? Like, okay, let me just establish where I'm coming from as a Batman fan. I grew up, my Batman was the Nolan trilogy. Okay, that was my Batman. I watched all those. I love those. Those have such a big impact in my life, and I'm very close to my heart. So when I think Batman, I think Christian Bale. And when I think the Joker, I think Heath Ledger.
Now, see, that's opposed to me.
Caesar Romero. Caesar Romero and
I've never
Adam
seen
West.
Caesar Romero, the guy who wouldn't shave his mustache.
And
so
it's
they
the
just
funniest
put
thing.
makeup on over it.
I saw him.
It's the funniest thing.
No.
He's literally the prankster version.
That he is. That he actually is. But when I think Joker, I think, of the Batman animated series,
Very
as
true.
I'm sure
Oh,
a lot
okay.
of people do, and Mark Hamill as the Joker.
Oh, so none of us are Nicholson and Keaton.
I love Nicholson and Keaton.
Now, see, the Nicholson thing, there's no change between Jack Napier and the Joker.
Absolutely none.
They're like, it gave him an origin, but like, it didn't really matter because Jack Napier just was the Joker before.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna get into one of my main points. So I felt like, so to me, the definitive version of the Joker. I've seen the animated series, and yeah, that's Joker, but that's different. It's animated to me, so that's a different ball game. To me, the definitive Joker is Heath Ledger. I just thought he completely embodied that character and what that character meant to me and everything. And I feel like Jack Nicholson is Jack Nicholson playing the Joker. You know what I mean? Like, I can't separate the two of them. And I kind of feel the same thing about this movie. I feel like this is Joaquin Phoenix doing the Joker.
Actually, no. Like, the Joker, Heath Ledger's Joker, is a very good Joker for that type of
A movie,
yeah. It was definitely the Joker that was needed for The Dark Knight. But Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, like, there's a moment. Are we in spoilers? 'Cause, like,
You're into spoilers.
okay, all right.
Joker.
Wait. So, actually, let's go real quick. So, you said you liked it, Steve.
Very much. I love it.
Adam has complicated feelings. Overall, Adam likes the movie. He enjoys it. He thinks it's a very different kind of superhero movie. It's a character piece, which I really appreciate. I think it's really well directed and acted. When I say that Joaquin Phoenix plays Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker, it's still good. He's a great actor. So is Jack Nicholson. They both did a great job. But I couldn't get past seeing Joaquin Phoenix. And I think Todd Phillips did a great job directing. I think that the hard part about this movie for me is the script. I think the script, it's not shit, but
It's just basic.
Yeah, their story's bad, and yeah, I didn't enjoy the story, and I thought there was a lot more they could have done with like dialogue and stuff that they didn't really do.
I really liked it. I think the whole cast brought their fucking A game. Joaquin Phoenix especially.
The whole cast,
Yes.
Who
they were wasted. I love Zazie Beetz. Domino is my favorite part of Deadpool too. Zazie Beetz is adorable.
Okay, she might have been underused, but like I get why she was underused, and that goes into spoilers. So I guess this is our spoiler warning.
Here's my question: do you really think Robert De Niro did a good job?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He was a perfect
For sure.
person for that role.
He was, but here's my thing: why was he barely in it? I wanted
Because
more
it was
of him.
about Joker and not about him. Like they really,
Yeah,
they literally made it so that he's in like every scene, like almost every frame of the movie has Joaquin Phoenix in it.
yeah.
Because it is basically about him. Like even, we're in spoilers now. So even the stuff where we find out later was all a fucking dream and that most of this movie didn't even really happen in reality.
Which I think is why. What's her name?
Zazie Beetz.
Domino. I don't know. Her character in the movie
Which is why I think
Sophie.
she was underused, because she wasn't real. She was just Arthur's projection
Yeah.
of what his perfect girl would be like.
And that's why I still find this movie more interesting, because even though, yes, it's a backstory behind Joker, there was so much in it that wasn't real that we really don't know that much about him still. Because all of that was kind of just in his head, his crazy head.
Well, not all of it.
Well, a lot
like,
of it.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like half and half, right? And I think it's really interesting how they kind of give hints as to what's real and what's not. But back on the character thing, I toward the end when Joker's on the show, as soon as he came out on stage, I was like, yeah, this is what I identify as the Joker. He's big, he's over the top, but he's prone to emotional outbursts, and that I thought was like perfect.
So you liked the movie?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I feel like the third act was so good that it made the first two look bad. Like, I almost wish the movie, when I left the theater, I was like, I wish the movie started at the talk show. Like, because everything with the talk show was great,
Yeah,
and
no.
everything after that was what, I was like, oh, this is when it starts to get interesting now.
I'm not with that.
No, because I agree. This was supposed to be an origin story for the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing, I'm not a comic guy, but, like, I thought the whole interesting point is you didn't know. Like, in The Dark Knight, they're like, oh, was it, how to get these scars? Was it his dad, or...
Well, yes and no, but that's an interesting thing that they did with this movie. Like throughout the movie, his identity starts to become muddled to where the Joker is all there is, and that was the point at the end. Like, he says to his mom, like right before he spoilers again. I don't know.
Yeah, spoilers.
Spoilers, fucks her up.
When they get into that big, when he gets into that big pillow fight with his mom. And she loses.
Yeah, I don't know how to get that first. I actually, in my head, I was like, yeah, they had a nice pillow fighting scene, I guess.
I went to the bathroom at that part.
Forgot about.
Yeah, no, what he says before is he always hated the name Fleck. And before that, he thought he was, a Wayne, but then he found out that he wasn't. And so he's not a Fleck anymore, but he's not a Wayne. He's pretty much nothing. And so the only thing that he has going for him is the show, which Robert De Niro's character, gave him the moniker Joker. And so that became his identity. And it wasn't supposed to be this movement to him. It was supposed to be freeing for him, which is the whole dancing scene downstairs.
I feel like we're getting. I see where this review is going, and I could tell. I like the movie the least.
This is exactly how It Chapter 2 went.
And I like this movie. I really enjoy it. I think it's a really good movie, but I just don't think it's as perfect as everyone says it is.
I don't think it's perfect.
It shouldn't have won the Golden Lion at the Venice Film Festival.
No.
That's wrong.
Here's what got me thinking, right? Is that what I said would happen in a post-MCU world, which is what I'm calling this, after Endgame world, is happening. DC is like letting filmmakers be filmmakers and telling stories with the characters rather than the characters defining the story. And that's what I'm excited for. I'm excited to see more things like the Joker, and I think Joker is a stepping stone towards these better movies.
I really hope. I don't see any evidence of that. I see the Wonder Woman being the same Wonder Woman movie it was before, which that's fine. I liked Wonder Woman. Batman.
I think once the DCEU goes away, I think once it goes away, we'll be fine.
There's not going to be an Aquaman 2.
I love Aquaman.
I thought it was fun.
I am excited for the Suicide Squad because it's James Gunn, and I think he'll do really well. He definitely has gone the more weird route from what I've heard, which I'm excited for.
Okay, I'm gonna say probably the most controversial thing in this whole entire thing, and I genuinely mean this. I'm not just saying this for the kicks. I preferred Jared Leto's interpretation of the Joker.
Fuck you!
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Yeah, get out.
I thought that
just leave now.
That Joker was scary to me. This guy wasn't scary. He was pathetic.
That is so wrong to me. He was way creepier than the caricature that Jared Leto played of like a white
so good with damage.
Like a white kid with a wife beater on and like a chest tattoo. That's what that Joker was.
I'm talking about his performance. Yes, I think that the art was shit.
I'm talking about him as a character. He acted like a white kid that like wanted to be like this hardcore gangster guy.
Alarm clock laugh.
He wanted to be the Penguin.
I thought that was better than this. Because Joaquin Phoenix said, he was like, yeah, this is the hardest part about doing the Joker was getting his laugh down. And I was like, yeah, your laugh's fine, but it's definitely yours. It's not, in my head, it's not the definitive Joker laugh. Like, I much prefer Jared Leto's. I love the alarm clock laugh.
No.
That's scariest. Remember that first trailer? We all loved, no, don't deny it.
No, I fucking hated the Joker in those trailers. That was the worst part of those trailers.
Oh, when he's like about to hurt her, and he's like, I'm gonna hurt you. Really?
Oh my god, that
He's
stupid
terrifying.
as fuck, dude.
I
on.
guess it's just me, and I love crap like.
Step it away from your mic.
No, I'm so loud that I'm peaking constantly.
Yeah, no, I am too. So Rob's gonna have.
I have this little balancer, so mine's pretty good.
Well, my gain should be. Oh, is my gain not on there though?
Well,
Wait,
like
is that up? That is up.
I'm of the belief, like, you know, when you hear stories about like how Stanley Kubrick tortured, what's her name? Not Polly.
No, not this.
I love
it's
shit
Shelley
like that.
Duvall.
Shelley Duvall. Yeah, you do what you gotta do to make a movie the best possible. Get your performance out of these people, and I respect the fuck out of Jared Leto for giving everyone used condoms and whatever the hell else he did.
No, but
That's
more
fucking
than
insane.
that, Todd Phillips got this amazing performance out of Joaquin Phoenix too. Literally, that dancing scene that we all talk about all the time now, that wasn't in the script. He was just supposed to like be like freaking out in a mirror, like trying to take it off after he killed people, trying to take the makeup off, like basically trying to get out of being the Joker. And then they're like, no, this doesn't work for this character. So then they closed the set. It was just Todd Phillips and Joaquin Phoenix during that. And he got him, like, and he just let Joaquin go. And it was like one of the most interesting things I've ever heard. So I was like, that's just a solid director getting a solid performance out of him. So it was just a lot of fun to just hear that and kind of just picture how that set went. And it makes me love Todd Phillips even more for this movie.
I didn't know that. That's kind of awesome. I mean, I kind of love that.
Oh yeah, no, I like that too, and I like his dance moves. I actually saw an interview with him where they were like, where he was like,
I'm not talking about the dance. I'm not talking about the dance moves at all, but you just went there.
I
That's
love
what you're
his
talking
dance
about.
moves.
No, yeah, the interpretive.
I'm talking
dance
about
thing.
Todd Phillips as a director, though. You just took the dancing and ran with it. There you go.
Okay, all right. Well, let's talk about Todd Phillips.
Do the dance.
I would love
Do the
to talk-
dance and we'll bounce back.
Okay. Yeah, no, I thought that was really cool and creepy. Like in the trailer, it works really well, and it worked in the movie also. Like when he's like the opening of the gate and he has a cigarette. I miss that. I miss cigarettes in movies. I hate cigarettes. I'll never smoke ever, but like still, I think they look cool as fuck.
They do. Just a fact. Don't smoke.
Yeah, don't smoke. Yeah, that's
It
dumb.
ruins your lungs. It'll kill
Only
you.
if you're cool.
No, stop.
But yeah, no. Jesus,
What are you doing? You want me to open it?
Yes, please do. But yeah, no. What was I gonna say about? I don't know. I just.
Listen, your opinion is valid other than the Jared Leto thing.
True.
I think I can.
No, I know I'm wrong with Jared Leto. I know that.
Okay.
I know it's a
Thank
very
God.
niche opinion.
Thank God.
But I just love how insane. Like, we watched the extended edition of Suicide Squad,
And it was
and those
better.
scenes with Jared Leto made the movie better.
Do I have
Well-
Jared Leto's pop vinyl in my room? Yes, I do. It was $5 at Walmart.
I think the reason the extended version is better is because it gave. Like there were so many scenes where we were like, why did they cut that out?
I've never seen the extended edition. I've
Oh my
I've
God!
never seen it.
There were so many scenes where like, why did they cut that out? That's such a good character moment, and they lost it.
I'm
whatever.
sure
We're not talking
Jared.
about Suicide Squad.
Well, I'm just sure Jared Leto would be better in a different movie. That's all. That's where I'll stop that at.
I do want to talk about Todd Phillips though, because I am one of the rare people that really likes Todd Phillips.
Me too. I love Todd Phillips.
Like I love the Hangover trilogy. I love those series of movies, even though I know that most of them aren't good.
I love the
Old
first two.
School,
Old School is one of my favorite comedies.
Road Trip,
Road Trip is great.
War Dogs. I think
War Dogs is fantastic because it was kind of his turn. Like Hangover 3 a little bit, but he went more into the dramatic side of things and even like slightly into like action territory.
You
And
know,
kind
and
of turned, like, showed that he could make other movies.
Tully brought this up, and I thought it was a very valid point. War Dogs is a post Wolf of Wall Street movie. Like, there's a lot of movies that were like Wolf of Wall Street, like copies, and that you can't tell me War Dogs isn't one of them.
It's not really a direct copy, but it
Well,
definitely
it's
has
like-
elements of it a little bit.
Yeah, and what's it called? I thought it was fine. I don't know. I think he's a great director. He can get good performances. He can get really good visuals, and all of his shots were really good and everything. But I think his scripts are really poor. Like, okay, and we knew
I
this.
love
Even
the
his best movie ever, The Hangover, right? The ending is it's not very well written. Oh, at the end they were just on the roof the whole time. Oh, that's not clever. That's not a clever ending, a clever twist or reveal. It's just like, oh yeah, he was up there. Oh,
I'm on the
Yeah,
other
but the
side of
ending of
everything you're
Joker-
saying today.
The ending of Joker I kind of liked. I was worried that it was going to be a '89 Batman thing where they had the Joker kill Bruce Wayne's parents. Spoiler alert: Bruce Wayne's parents die again.
oh,
The
yeah.
millionth time.
I didn't mind that.
No, okay, I didn't
I
mind
think
that.
it worked very well for the movie.
It worked better in this
I
movie than it
agree.
has
What I
like
did
Batman v
mind,
Superman.
What I did mind though, the fucking pearl thing. Why? What's the point of that movement? It's useless.
Everyone loved it in BVS too.
No, fuck that.
It was the worst part of that movie.
Stupid. Jesus Christ. Oh, that was
I'd
the
rather
worst part
have
of the
Granny's
movie.
pea than have the pearls. Or
No, it is
peach
easy
tea,
to-
whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, Granny's peach tea. But
I
it
didn't mean
is
to say
easy to
fuck,
make
I'm
fun
sorry.
of the fact that it's like, oh, their parents die again. But like, I think that
So that's
that worked very well for this movie.
I really agree with you.
And I liked him
That's
hanging
great.
out with Bruce Wayne earlier in the movie too. I was like, this is weird. I like
Yeah.
this.
I honestly didn't expect to see Bruce Wayne. I
Oh yeah,
expected
that
to see
kid.
Thomas
I didn't know
Wayne.
that kid was Bruce Wayne.
I expected to see Thomas Wayne. I didn't expect to see Alfred either, but I love that guy as Alfred too.
Yeah.
Wait, that was Alfred?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that came to the
yeah.
gate. Yeah,
What?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
it was
What?
the most aggressive Alfred has almost ever been.
I love it.
Me too.
I need to look this up. I don't believe you guys.
Yeah, Alfred was at the gate, like basically telling him to get the fuck out of there,
Man, the Waynes only have one sir.
and told like he was the guy that told him, other than Thomas Wayne, that his mom was crazy.
Unless it was Alphonse.
Oh shit, it was.
Oh.
I didn't like that Thomas Wayne was played by the guy who played the cop in Dark Knight Rises. That bothered me a lot.
Brett Cullen,
Yeah.
he's great.
I was
didn't
like,
make
why?
that connection, but
Neither did I. I just known him from like other things.
I know him as Ghost Rider's dad. In,
oh yeah, he was Ghost Rider's dad.
Oh,
I did just look it up.
Forgot
I
about
swear,
that.
that's what I know him from. Is
I forgot Shea Wiggum's in this too.
I'm as healthy as a horse. And then he dies 2 seconds later.
Oh yeah, but not because of cancer.
All right,
That's
but
the
we
important thing.
Yeah.
can't keep going without talking about the little midget dude, because he was hilarious.
Oh, yeah,
And during
that's-
that great scene, he's just trying to get out of there.
I just yeah, when he's trying to leave.
I was laughing so hard at that.
Oh my god.
Hey,
I just,
can you let me out of here? I don't want to hurt you.
Yeah.
I wasn't crazy about it. Like the first time I watched it, I was like, I was kind of bored a little bit. I love the ending. I love how it ends.
See, I was on the different, because I almost like was surprised when it, like, I knew obviously during the scenes that yeah, it's coming to an end. It didn't feel as long as it is though to me. Like I felt like I could have kept going and been just happy, and I would have, like, even though they said no more after this, they ended it in a way where like I wouldn't be mad if Todd Phillips was like, all right, let's try this again.
No,
Like I wouldn't be
I
pissed off about that.
I think.
give me another type of origin movie like this, but not a Joker.
Yeah, no, I think I'm completely.
And
I
you're
think we need
insane
more
if you think
movies
there's not
like
going
this,
to be though.
But not like
That I'll agree with 100%.
continuations. Huh?
That I agree with 100%. Just to get a different fucking writer, Todd Phillips and that. Oh wait, because they use the same twist like 5 fucking times. So they established at the beginning of the movie that Joker is an unreliable narrator, right? They're like, oh, he's on the show. No, he's not. That's just in his head, right?
Right.
Fine. But then the Zazie Beetz twist. Why? I actually enjoyed her. I was like, the relationship's weird and fucked up. I kind of like it.
No, I immediately saw that coming. Like,
Oh
It
well,
was
yeah,
very
but like,
obvious.
I wish they didn't do that.
No,
or
because
they
their
wouldn't have
relationship-
telegraphed it as much as it.
their relationship was exactly what you'd expect someone to imagine a relationship would be. And
From a crazy person.
You could see it. Like, they didn't give her a lot of character because there was no character there to Arthur Fleck.
Well, I just like that he makes the joke, this really fucked up joke, and she thinks it's the funniest thing, and I was like, oh, I kind of see her as like a Harley Quinn
Because
type.
he thinks it's funny.
Yeah.
So he's like imprinting that onto someone that
well,
doesn't
then
really
don't
exist.
telegraph the twist. Like, don't give
But
me
that's
the
the
whole.
whole point of the writing, is to make you realize more and more about this character that's so crazy that he's basically.
Well, it's
you're
just
in his
repeating
head.
The same point, and then they did the same thing with Thomas Wayne.
But it's because he's crazy too. That's where his mind goes.
Like,
So
I
you can't really have
preferred it
this-
if they would have had him be like, oh yeah, he actually is Thomas Wayne's kid.
No, but see, that gives him, like it's like I said before. The reason they didn't do that was so there is nothing else but Joker.
It takes away from the character.
It
of the
does
Joker.
take away from the character.
From knowing so much and being so knowing of everything and just.
Yeah, I guess I
Normal.
just didn't care
You don't
about
wanna normalize
any of the
him.
things that happened with his parentage. I didn't care about any of that.
I didn't either, but I didn't see that as like a. It was
I
a
thought that was
plot.
nice.
It was a plot point that was kind of just like not necessary to me.
I
Like,
didn't see.
I didn't have a problem with
When
it, but I see why I could have
When I
been without
thought about the movie, I didn't think it would go into this parentage, and I didn't think it would go the way it went. So I give it points for that.
it. Definitely. I'm not mad at the Thomas Wayne stuff. Like, it was really interesting stuff, but...
Everything that made it a DC movie, I hated it. Everything with Thomas Wayne, I was
Well, you can't blame Todd Phillips for that. That's fucking Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers has to shove their stuff into all of those movies. That's why Suicide Squad's so bad, too.
I just think it's a valid complaint to someone saying that, like, it feels like this was just a script for another movie and they, like, repurposed it as a Joker script.
I think that's kind of what they did, but I think it worked.
It worked pretty well.
Yeah, it worked. I
Here's-
write, man. So I really
I write
hate
too.
movies
Here's
that
the
are
fact
not,
of the matter.
like, really good.
Here's the fact of the matter. People don't care about movies like this. If this was an indie film, nobody would fucking see it.
Yeah.
But the fact that is
Peanut Butter Falcon. Go see it.
the fact that it's blowing up like it is.
Oh, it is. The box office is killing it.
That's why I'm saying, like, even though, yeah, the sequel's not necessary, it's probably going to happen. Because
But-
they said no at the beginning, and now all this money's being made, and Todd Phillips is like, yeah, I might have something else around, yeah. Like, that's slowly what he's saying, so it's like, it's probably going to happen.
I don't want it to happen.
I don't think it's necessary at all.
I don't either. I just want more superhero stories like this. 'cause
I'd
I
rather
think-
see Todd Phillips and Joaquin Phoenix go do another movie together than do another sequel.
I think it's what superhero stories should be, and the more I think about that, the more I think of the freaking Martin Scorsese thing.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that.
The weird
the
comments.
the Marvel movies.
Oh, that we're gonna talk about that. I think he's got a point, but who fucking cares?
He's jealous.
I agree.
I
with
love
you,
him, but he's
at
jealous.
the same time, as a comic book fan and as stuff, I want them to be better. I want the movies to be better.
Yeah.
Like Marvel gets by now on these like big spectacles. It's all about the effects and how big they can make it, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like DC is going that opposite direction. I feel like that's what works.
Now. Now they are.
Yeah.
Like, they were starting to try to go into the
like
Marvel
even
fold, it
even the
didn't
Dark
work.
Knight trilogy, right? It's like it was more character than story, I think.
Yeah,
We
that's what they need
agree
to
that-
fix with the DCU.
We agree that Heath Ledger is much better than this.
I don't even put them on the
They're
same
two
playing field.
completely different
I made that
characters in
decision
a way.
long ago that I wasn't going to put Heath Ledger in with the other Jokers because it's just like such a different thing.
He's immortal to me.
Yeah, I mean,
and for good reason. His performance is fucking out of this world.
there's a reason the Oscars had to give him the award, even though they knew they didn't want to.
Every line
Because he
is
deserved it.
quotable. That's the annoying part about this movie. Quote it for me. Give me a quote. Give me a quote that everyone will be talking about.
Really?
Go ahead.
The worst part about mental illness is people expect you to behave like you don't.
No, okay. Yes, is that a good line? Sure. But is that one that people are going to be quoting? I can't see
That's the
people
one I
quoting
see
this
people
movie.
quoting all the time now.
This dude in
I
my
don't see
class,
anyone quoting it
this
now.
dude in my class literally just keeps reciting like all the lines from the talk show, all of the lines.
Here's the other thing. When I'm talking about the script, I don't understand his point. I understood the Joker in The Dark Knight. I got why he was doing what he's doing. It made sense. This Joker, he's like, yeah, the city's mean, and the rich people have too much money.
It makes more sense
No.
in this movie than it does in that movie because we know more about him in this movie.
No,
I
The
don't
whole
need
point
to
in
know
Dark
anything
Knight is
about him
that
in
we
The
don't
Dark
know
Knight.
anything about him, so it makes it like, oh, he just wants to see everything burn.
And this is why I think they're two different characters. You
Exactly.
don't need to know anything about Heath Ledger's Joker, right? And that works for that character.
Mhm.
But for the movie they're making here, and the story they're trying to tell, they needed an origin, and it was less about the overall societal effect of the Joker, and more about Joaquin Phoenix's character, Arthur Fleck.
I'm just saying, if someone watches, because people are like talking about this movie, they're like, oh, like it's a, like all the controversy around it, everything, and people are calling it a white supremacist movie, everything. I could I
It's
can
insane,
totally see
yeah.
someone watching this movie and being like, oh, so I'm upset and like people, like the world isn't as good to me as I feel like it should. I should just go kill people and
I
be
disagree
crazy.
with that point.
I get that. I get how someone can.
I don't think
draw
Todd
those
Phillips
movies.
ever in that movie ever points and basically says, yes, this guy is
He's
sane,
rewarded at the end.
he's doing the right stuff. He's not really rewarded at all.
Being in
A mental hospital?
mental hospital, yeah, that's rewarding.
How do you get caught again? He was like
He
had
literally
an
just
army of
sat
people
there on the
around him.
set. He literally just sat there on the set after he killed everyone and
No,
was
no,
just
no,
sitting
no,
there.
no. After
And
the
then-
police got into the accident, like he's surrounded by people, loyal subjects, and like then he just
Well, I don't
cuts to
think-
him in the psych ward.
I don't think it was loyal subjects to a point. I think they were just all
Riots.
just crazy people too.
Yeah. But I will say the most quotable line to me and my favorite part of the fucking movie is when he's in the psych ward at the end and he's like laughing at something. He's like, "Oh, like, did you think of a joke or something?" He's like, "You wouldn't get it."
Oh yeah, I love that. That's brilliant.
And they're playing the song. Oh yeah. So here's the thing: when you brought Martin Scorsese, here's the thing I want to talk about. All right. So everything that everyone's saying about this movie is right. It's an amalgamation of like 3 different movies. It's King of Comedy.
Mhm.
It's Taxi Driver, and it's Network. You guys ever seen Network?
No.
I haven't either, but I watched the video. And and like for example, that shot of the screens when they pull back and you see like footage of Joker killing
Yeah.
not Todd Phillips, Robert De Niro. It relates with like commercials and shit.
Yes.
That's straight from Network. Because Network's just about a news anchor who goes crazy one day and just starts spouting off shit on
Yeah, I
air,
know about
and then they exploit him for money and views. But we watched King of Comedy the other day.
We did. But I knew that it was. I knew that King of Comedy was basically.
Todd Phillips even said
Yeah.
that.
Like, yeah.
Okay, so this is an awful analogy for a podcast, but I feel like script-wise, King of Comedy was like this, and Joker was like this. Like it was close. It was so close. Like just King of Comedy's so much tighter.
You know, I enjoy writing too, and you're just making me so mad about that. 'Cause I think it's so well written.
Ah, no, that was my least favorite part. I honestly, if you told me that it was all improvised, I'd be like, yep.
There are a lot of moments that are improvised by Joaquin Phoenix.
Because every moment that feels like it's scripted, I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like any of it. I don't like anything with Thomas Wayne. I don't like anything with Zazie Beetz now that I know that she's, that it's all nothing. There's no point. Oh, it was a dream?
That is
Okay,
the
what did we
point.
learn? What did we learn about
No.
him? What
okay.
did we learn?
Okay. Here's the thing about the dream thing, right? I have this thing. I've thought about this a lot. To say something is a dream in a movie is okay, as long as it affects the character. And everything that Arthur Fleck goes through in that movie affects him. It all brings him to that big point at the end of the movie where he kills Robert De Niro's character. It all leads to that.
I love
Just so
the
you can
fact-
tell he's
I
not
love
really a
it.
killer even on the train and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that he's like freaked out by it. Like he doesn't want to be a killer. But all this stuff just keeps pushing him into that, and he just straight up after he gets so much against him, he's just like, you know what, screw it.
I think my problem is very.
But they make him look like such a bad guy that all the arguments of them saying that this is gonna push people to be all bad and want to do all the same stuff, I don't see that as a valuable argument at all.
It's just a taste thing. I just very much.
They never make him into
It is,
the right
it is.
person.
I can see that. In you.
I don't like knowing shit about the Joker. It pisses me off. I like the Killing Joke, but like, isn't the what happened in the Killing Joke again? I just like the ending. Isn't
The
it?
comic is good.
The comic is good.
Don't
And the
talk about
second
the
half
other
of the movie is good
Yeah.
because that's actually just the comic.
But like, I don't know. Joker's so much more interesting. Like I was just watching Scream last night, and the killer's so much more like threatening when he doesn't have a motive. You know, and this guy.
Well, no, like that's the thing. The Killing Joke has a motive. What are you talking about?
I'm not talking about Killing Joke. I'm talking about Joker.
Yeah, but the Joker has a motive in the Killing Joke.
No, he's talking about Joker.
I'm
and
not talking
Joker.
about the Killing Joke though. I'm talking about this movie. I just didn't get what his point was. I didn't get it. I thought it was vague. I didn't think it was.
He wanted to be a
explained
star
very
the whole
well.
time. He wanted to be a comedian. He wanted to be a star.
Yeah.
He thought he was so funny. He needed to share. He
Well-
wanted to share his.
I think it was
With the
less
world.
about that and more that he just wanted to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't we all?
That's kind of the
Yeah,
point.
that's the point.
Satan.
It's about someone who wants to be okay and then just taking it too far.
Mentally unstable and just lets it take over.
All right. I like things about it. Like for example, when he's in the comedy club and he doesn't know when to laugh, and he's writing notes that are very wrong. That was a beautiful scene.
See, and that's the fun part about it too. I think it was Todd Phillips that kind of like said something about it too. The whole thing of like his condition of the laughter thing. He even says he's like, was it a real thing? Was it? Like he kind of like has it like, was that part of my messing with everybody too, or was he just like that was part of him just being?
Oh, that was cool. I like that.
Strange.
He's like, like that explanation. He has a medical condition. I like that.
But it might not be real. Director said it might not be real. It might just be something part of the dream still.
Yeah, I just wish the movie was better. Like,
It's
I don't
so
know,
good.
No, I get
It's
that
gonna be
argument, but I
nominated.
think it will lead to better things down the line.
I agree.
That's what makes me happy.
The soundtrack's amazing.
Soundtrack is fantastic. So is
The
the score of the
soundtrack
movie in
is
general.
amazing, but here's the thing: I don't understand the use of the songs at the specific points.
They say things like laugh and joke and smile and ha ha
Well,
ha.
like he becomes the Joker more, and they use more of like the poppier, like more popular songs and stuff like that to kind of show that he's like leaning into the character more. Is how I saw it a little bit. Like at the beginning, it's kind of like more somber, like he's beaten down. Now he's just trying to lean into
I
that.
can't remember the soundtrack at the moment. I'd have to watch it again. But
Like when he's dancing down the stairs and stuff like that, it's like all like bright and.
that's also something I appreciated. Every time he's ascending. He's all sad and stuff. Every time he's descending, he's like,
Exactly, he's descending into madness.
yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
See, that's part of the script too, bro. In directing, Todd Phillips.
Oh, did you guys
Respect.
notice the reference to the Dark Knight when he's looking out the cop window of the cop car like he did in the Dark Knight? I hate
Yes, the
everyone.
internet told
I
me
hate
6
everyone who enjoys
times.
this movie. Okay. It's so fucking annoying because it really what it results to. If you look at this in the grand scheme of things, if we look back 100 years from now, we look at this movie. We made all of this fuss over just an all right movie.
Nope, it's a great movie. I'm gonna watch it again and again.
I will watch it again. I would love to watch it again
Oh,
because
me too.
I enjoy. I think the good things
I
about it are
think-
better than the bad things.
I think it's an above average movie.
Yes.
I think it's perfect, absolutely not, but it's. Yeah, I think it leads to better things down the line.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Warner Brothers, take notes, please. Don't keep doing DCEU stuff.
Yeah, throw that out. Throw that out.
So just fire Zack Snyder.
No,
Please.
let Zack Snyder keep making. He's going to Netflix to do zombie movies. That's gonna be great. Let him do that.
Let him do a Transformers movie.
Dawn of the Dead is one of the best zombie movies.
Oh my gosh.
James Gunn wrote
We
that
should-
shit.
We should talk about Zack Snyder at some point. 'Cause
Let's do Dawn of the Dead. Zack
think-
Snyder directed it. James Gunn wrote it. It's perfect.
When Zack Snyder's not doing his own scripts, Zack Snyder's just like Todd Phillips. If he takes someone else's material, he's
Fuck
great.
you. Todd
I-
Phillips is great.
He's not a good
I'm not defending Zack Snyder.
I-
Yes, he is.
I disagree.
He's a great comedy writer, especially.
Well, I think this is a place for another podcast. I think.
I want
Great-
Todd Phillips versus you.
It just feels like an amalgamation of those three movies: King of Comedy, Taxi Driver, and Network, but like not done as well and branded with the DC logo. And the only reason that we're allowing it to get away with these things is because it's a Joker movie,
Well, the network thing too.
and that's fine.
The whole seeing all the commercials and stuff like that.
I thought.
It was kind of like a commentary on the real world now too.
Well,
Because everyone's just desensitized to it.
I just don't understand Joker. Can
I-
someone just please explain me Joker's point at the end of the movie? What's his point?
Well, I think.
That the
I
whole world
think
is
the
crazy.
lack of point is the point. I think that he didn't mean because the whole movie he didn't mean to start this movement. He just wanted to
Yeah, I like that.
to be okay. He just wanted to be happy, be on the show, and go down that road that he thought would lead him to happiness.
He didn't care about the movement at all. You could definitely see.
Yeah, no, he even says he doesn't care about the movement in the.
Yeah,
in
exactly. I'm
the
not
agreement.
Mhm.
I'm not into politics.
Yeah.
Maybe you should take the clown stuff off. No, I'm not part of that.
Oh man,
Exactly.
I thought King of Comedy was better.
I've never seen it, so I don't know.
It's a good movie. Robert De Niro's fantastic.
It's okay.
And they have Jerry Lewis in it, which I wish they would use Robert De Niro in Joker like they used Jerry Lewis in King of Comedy. Because Jerry Lewis is in like the entire movie.
But the
I
main thing-
completely disagree.
The main thing about that though is Robert Downey Jr. is one of those. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. Robert De Niro is one of those actors that'll just steal the whole scene.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I personally.
I don't think
That
it was
would've-
still from Joaquin Phoenix.
It would have
I
been
think-
too much for most audiences
yeah,
to have both of them
I
going
think it
full.
would have been a struggle, and I like the emphasis on.
I'm not most audience.
If both of them
I'll
would have
take
went
it.
full on, people like film people would have loved it. General
Yeah.
audiences would have walked out and been like, "This is the worst movie I've ever seen."
I don't think general audiences deserve movies.
Well, you aren't.
They don't. They don't deserve it.
They make
definitely
up
don't
much
deserve
more.
superhero movies.
They make much more of the box office than we do.
No, they deserve superhero movies. If anything, they definitely deserve superhero
We're not
movies.
going to go down the Spider-Man route again.
But like, I don't know. I really liked him. And I went in with mild expectations. I remember I was like hyped for it, but I heard for the whole past month I was like, it's the best movie ever. It's the greatest movie of all time. Oh my god. And it won Venice Film Festival. And oh my god, it's gonna get nominated for Oscars. Give Joaquin Phoenix consideration for Best Actor. Everything else, no. I do not nominate this for anything.
Okay, if it wins,
Todd Phillip's nominated for Best Director.
For script, which I don't think it will. I'll call that bullshit. Like right out the gate. But Joaquin Phoenix for sure. Give him.
He's a lock
give
for
him
nomination.
at least a nomination for Best Actor.
I'm just happy that we're making character-driven stuff.
I would love to see Todd Phillips
Yes,
nominated for Best Director.
Exactly.
And he would deserve it.
No, I mean...
He directed the shit out of that movie.
I don't think... I'm going to call it right now. I don't think Joaquin Phoenix will get a nomination. He shits on the Academy
I do not
Awards
see
all the
that.
time.
And so do a lot of people that get nominated and stuff all the time.
Do they really?
Yes.
Name one.
Everyone, like, there are so many people that just like, especially like, you can go all the way back to fucking, what's his name from The Godfather.
Yeah, from The Godfather. Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando. And just like Jason Bateman talks shit about the fucking Emmys all the time. They gave him an award this year at the Emmys for directing fucking Ozarks. Like, there are so many people that are just like, that vote through the award stuff are just like, these people don't like us, we're gonna give them awards because...
I saw someone from the Oscars
because they're
today,
so good.
Or a few days ago, they were like, yeah, no, we're not gonna recognize a movie like that. What?
There were stuff like that, but there's also more articles that are coming out today that are like, these are completely false. You see, these people are like pretending to be Oscars people, and they're just making fake claims too. Because there's a lot of people that haven't even seen it that are like saying
problems with the internet.
horrible.
Problem with society. Joker. Anyway.
It's a whole
Yeah, just
commentary
all
on.
movies like society and
Well,
the
it
rich
is.
people and
That's
God,
part
like,
of the
everyone's
writing too. It's a
needy.
commentary on what the world is today too.
I just think it was not very clear. It was very vague.
All right.
I don't understand that point,
I
but
feel like we are 42 minutes in.
We're 42.
I feel like it's time for final thoughts.
Well, it didn't. Well, if you look at the reviews,
I love this movie.
besides the fact that it's a 9.0 on IMDb, it did not. do
I
very
rated
well
it a
on
10
Rotten
out of 10 on
Tomatoes.
my IMDb.
I think with audiences it was like an 84, but critics, I think it was like a 69. Which
No, it was a 90, and then all of these articles kept coming out like, this is ruining society, and then it dropped to like 70 something within a day. Because of all these people saying that it's so bad for society, that everyone changed their reviews and shit. Because everyone said, yeah, this is
I get
great.
that though. Like the societal arguments, I'm like, yeah,
It's
I get
ignorant,
it,
but I get it.
Like I understand why.
Because you could say that about
I
literally
understand how
any
someone
movie.
got to that conclusion.
You could say
You could say it about any movie, any TV show, any video game. You could literally almost say that about anything. That this is going to cause problems in society. This is going to make people do
I feel
this.
like it's the same thing as like video games cause violence.
Okay,
SpongeBob,
no, I think that's
SpongeBob
different.
ran
That's
somebody
very
over in a
No,
car.
it's not. It's not different. Really.
SpongeBob ran somebody over in a car, so I'm going to go outside and run somebody over the car too, because I love SpongeBob. That's the same kind of point.
I
It's
think
vindicating this guy. It's like supporting him. It's allowing him to do these things.
So yeah, Heath Ledger shouldn't have got an Oscar nomination then.
No, but he's clearly the villain of that movie. The Joker is.
The Joker is the
hero.
villain of this movie the whole time. He's not the hero.
Who's the hero?
No one is the hero.
No.
Robert De Niro is the hero.
There's just worse, and then
It's showing that
there's
the
just
people are
and then
bad.
There's the worse. Like that's what the movie is.
Gotham doesn't really have heroes until Batman comes around.
That's
Oh yeah, and I'm
exactly-
also okay, Mr. Comics. I'm also of the belief.
You're comic book man.
Mr. Comics, like it's condescending. Like what?
Isn't it kind of the point of Batman villains that they're created because of Batman?
No, not necessarily.
Like,
Are you saying that because the line that
like-
the Joker says in like the Killing Joke or whatever? He says he wouldn't exist without Batman or something like that.
Well, like no, isn't that the point that like these villains only come to be because Batman's there? That's the irony
Listen,
of Batman.
that's literally every superhero.
Yeah.
Like,
Calendar Man, everybody.
oh yeah, Calvin.
I like the movie.
Okay.
I love the movie.
It's a good movie. It's fine.
I like the movie too. Should we say our ratings and then?
All right, I'll say it first. I think if I was looking at this objectively, I might get to 3 out of 5. That's fine. But I like DC. I like the Joker. I like this character. There's enough things that I really love. The moments that I would save on my YouTube liked videos page. Oh, one other thing. That ending was kind of weird tonally because it was like a cartoon at the end when he's like
That was
running
the
away
whole
from the
point.
people. I don't know. I liked
He's
it.
a
but I was
crazy
like, I don't think
person.
it fit very well.
You like the ending of Scream 3. Shut up.
Yeah,
I watched
fuck
it the
you.
other day. We watched it the other day. It's so good.
I hate you so
'Cause
much.
she's
The ending
like,
of
you
Scream
know-
3 is one of the worst endings in any movie ever.
I wanted after she does that, like after she says directed by Wes Craven, I wanted to like cut back to the scene and like her boyfriend Patrick Dempsey just closed the door. He's like, what? Why? I mean, I get it.
That would have been a better ending.
That would have been a way better ending.
Like close the fucking door, bitch.
Okay, but what was your 3 out of 5?
4. It's a 4. It's not perfect. It's not airtight. And I'd rather it be airtight. And I just think there's a lot of missed opportunities. And I don't like the writing. I don't like anything with Thomas Wayne.
Adam's views do not support the reviews of the Film Fan Reviews or Steve.
But except
Or
for the
Lucas.
killing
Or
of
Lucas.
Yeah. Bruce's parents, I think Zazie Beetz was wasted. I think that Robert De Niro was underused. I think Joaquin Phoenix did a great job. I think Todd Phillips directed very well. And I would love to see more movies like this because I value characters over big dumb action Zack Snyder fest.
Yes.
I respect your opinion, but it's wrong. Anyway.
Well, no, not that last part. Not that last part. The character-driven stuff, I completely agree with.
Character driven, yeah. But still, it's like in that sweet spot of like a 4.5 to a complete 5 for me. Just because I love it so much. It's that rewatchability factor that it has completely for me. And I think just everything, like, I respect your opinion on all the writing stuff, but I disagree with you. I think Todd Phillips crafted a wonderful story for this character that is just one that you can build. You could make another movie. Someone else could make a whole thing of this
I think
completely
if he
different
was more, if
origin
his
story.
themes were more clear, then there wouldn't be any of these articles.
I think the themes are clear for most people, other than the ones that just want the clicks on the internet.
I don't.
Because-
No one listens to me
Well,
on the internet. And I still think the themes are unclear.
Well, it's just like comes back to the thing of you could say that about anything, just warping people's minds. Fucking apps on your phone could make people do crazy stuff.
I
They
think
pour water on their heads and
It should have
dance around in a circle.
I had an idea. I had a pitch for a movie like years ago. I was like, let's make a movie about a guy, right? And he's like trying to be an artist or something like that, whatever. And at the end of the movie, like you feel bad for this dude, and like it's a big like tragedy and everything. And at the end we reveal twist ending. It's Hitler. And then, like, the audience reaction would be fucking electric because people are feeling bad for this guy and they're like, oh my god, that's Hitler? Why'd you do this? I'm pissed off. Like, these conflicting emotions. I don't know how to feel. This is a fucking psychopath and I feel bad for him.
Okay.
And I don't think they went far enough. That's the thing. I don't think that this movie went far enough.
If it would have went too
Well,
far, then the argument would be more valid to me.
I am going to agree with Adam on the rating. 4 out of 5. I think it's a great movie that leads up to my ideal iteration of the Joker. So
I like Heath Ledger.
I want Josh Gad as the Penguin.
Josh
I want a
Gad's the
whole Penguin movie with Josh
Alright.
Gad.
Oh, what do you think Jonah Hill's going to be?
The Riddler.
The Riddler, really?
I have a feeling he'll be the Riddler.
Make it so.
He's like keeps saying that he wants to be the Riddler too.
Yeah.
He keeps saying that he loved Jim Carrey, which I get to a certain
Oh,
extent,
no.
but Jim Carrey's just
That's
crazy
not-
too.
I love Jim Carrey's Riddler.
I enjoy him quite a bit.
We'll not talk about this. All
We
right.
actually agree on something.
We've given our rating. Steve, plug your thing.
Oh yeah, I reviewed this movie on the Film Fan Reviews on YouTube. You want to check that out and my other reviews? That'd be great. Film Fan Reviews.
I would like to plug The Dark Knight, the best iteration of the Joker. I would also like to plug the
No one's
extended
disagreeing
edition.
with that one
I
though.
would love to plug the extended edition of Suicide Squad. I enjoy that movie forever how dumb and bad the plot is. I think Jared Leto tries like a motherfucker and he did things.
You should
You know
plug-
what? He was unique. There's nothing quite like him. He pissed people off, but the people who liked it, they really fucking
You should
liked
tease the next podcast too.
I'd
like-
like to plug my Twitter. I don't think I've done that. My Twitter's glorious. If
It is
you
pretty
like-
great.
Yeah, at Anglin Lucas. That's just look at
But
it.
what is your name right now though?
It right now for October. It's Spookus, and my bio is like Lucas, but a tad spookier.
it. Oh, wow. That's great.
You want to
Next
yeah.
review, right now we're gonna be watching Captain Marvel, and we're gonna have plenty to say about Captain Marvel,
I already have plenty to say.
and we'll eloquently.
It'll be a nice
speaking.
refresher for me because I don't remember much about it.
Yeah, all right.
Oh yeah, because it's such a forgettable movie.
Catch us next
Not
time.
Samuel
Oh,
Adams.
I'm on low battery.
Samuel Adams. I'm
Yeah.
joking.
All right, here we go. That that is all, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I've been Adam.
I've been Lucas.
I'm Steve.
And this has been a LAF
I'm
Podcast.
friends.
So thanks for laughing with us as we joke or... Bye.
We're done.
Doop doop.